Welcome, beautiful soul. And whether you found this podcast by divine timing, maybe a shared link, or maybe even a quiet whisper in your heart, you are here for a reason. And this is Find Love Again, and I'm Donna Ray. Today's episode is a story. Actually, it's a transmission, really. It's the why behind my mission. It's the story of a woman who has walked through fire, who has chosen grace and emerged as a lighthouse for others. And it's also a call to the women who are meant to rise beside me, to walk alongside me on this path, not behind me, not in my shadows, but as sisters, as collaborators, and as co-creators of something sacred. So, part one, today's story, the fall that made me rise. I didn't always go by the name Donna Ray. So if you would look for me, you probably won't see too much of Donna Ray. In fact, for most of my life, I was other names, like many of us women who have been married and through divorce. My maiden name was Donna Heyman. Then my married name was Donna Lyman. And then when I was remarried to my now love of my life, Michael, I took on his last name, which is Rudowitz. So I'm a therapist, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, and I'm a professional achiever. Did all the things that women are supposed to do to be fulfilled. And I was looking at all of the outside things, thinking that once I had all of those straight, once I had all of those ducks in a row, then my internal life had to be great. And the things that I wanted and the love that I desired and the fulfillment and the alignment that I knew was in my heart, it would all just magically fall together, right? And what ended up happening, that wasn't the case. Behind the scenes, I was unraveling. I went through a divorce that broke me open, not just emotionally, but spiritually, mentally, and even physically. I felt like every foundation that I had built was gone. It was annihilated. And no one could tell you what going through a divorce is like and the fallout of that divorce unless you've been through it and unless you've experienced it. I know our family and friends mean well. They want to see you happy. They want to see you in peace. And the divorce indirectly affects them as well because when you're not happy, they're not happy. But yet, that pain became my path. And then other things along life began to happen. The death of my brother, the grief of watching my daughters grow. Well, I wondered if I had truly lived. Was what happened to who I was? What happened to my life? What happened to the dreams that I had so purposely put together? It was a collapse of an identity that was never really mine. And this is what brought me to my knees. And then it's what brought me home. And this is part two of why I do this work. I do this work for the women who seem to do everything right, but for whatever reason cannot get this personal side needle going to where they want it to go. I want you to know that your picker is not off. It's the internal drive. It's the internal mindset, the thoughts, the patterns, the feelings, behaviors. It's the subconscious set point that is not tuned into what it is you want. It's tuned into what it is you don't want. So the good news is you could have what it is you want. We just need to retune. It's like a frequency, right? If you're going into listen to a radio station that's broadcasting at 101.1, but you're broadcasting at or tuning into 88.5, you're not going to listen to it. So I do this work also for the woman who has a full calendar, yet she's got an empty heart. I do it for the woman who stares herself in the mirror every morning wondering, is this it? Did I miss it? Will I die alone? Is it too late? Will I ever truly be able to feel like myself again? Will I ever be not forget about loving someone else? Will I ever really feel good in my own heart? Will I ever feel like I could wake up in the morning with expectation and hope that my dreams are going to come true, that the plans that I made will actually come to pass, and that not only I could have that in my life and be the lead the legacy that I want to leave for my children and be the example to my children, and I'm going to be able to take my arm and walk through life with someone. So the question is, did I miss it? Am I too late? And my answer is no, you didn't miss it and you're not too late. Your soul is actually just getting started. So I've been a therapist, a coach, a leader in corporate and clinical worlds, but none of that that work, none of that compares to the real work, which is holding space for the rebirth of a woman. This is a soul retrieval. This is a soul activation to help her reclaim her brilliance, to come back into her body, and to attract the true love that sees her, that honors her, that desires her. So, this is not surface level coaching. This is actually soul retrieval. And this is the reason why I do this work. And people have asked me, Donna, which is part three, why did you go from Donna Rudowitz to Donna Ray? What's with the name shift? And the name shift for me wasn't cosmetic, it was spiritual. So Rudowitz has carried the name of the past. It was something that I was married into, but it also held my pain, my accomplishments, and my masks. But Donna Ray is my rebirth. Ray is light. Ray is the part of me that always existed but had to fight to be seen. And when I claimed the name Ray and Donna Ray, I claimed it as my soul's true assignment, alignment, activation to why I'm here, the work I'm supposed to be doing, the women I'm meant to be leading, the souls that are meant to be activating, the alchemization of pain into power. And I've never looked back. So if you're wondering who Donna Ray is, she's a woman who's reborn by truth, forged in fire, and walks in a divine partnership with Source. Part four, a teaching for you. And this is the power of naming. Your next level has a name, but maybe you have to lose the one that you've had because you've outgrown it to claim it. So every woman who's listening this has a name that she whispers to herself in private. Maybe it's mom, maybe it's leader, maybe it's healer, maybe it's artist, visionary, lover, or simply free. But if you never let go of the identity that's tethered to your past as someone's mother, someone's ex-wife, someone's wife, someone's sister, friend, and we're not here to abandon our family or where we've come from, but we're here to claim where we are going. We have led our family and our children and are leading them to their best selves, to leading their best lives. And now it's our turn to lead ourselves to our best life. And the real truth is, you don't need anything outside of yourself. You already have where your best life is going. You just may need the community. You may need the activation. You may need that soul power to bring it up in you. But I want you to know it is in you. Your identity, who you are, your soul, no one could take that from you. I don't want you to be tied to your past or tied to your ex or tied to who you were in order for you to become who you are growing into. You just need to make a decision that the past is the past and you're ready to step in your future. You will begin to open up to a path that you never thought possible. So today I want you to ask yourself, what is the name that I'm really meant to go by? And you don't have to change it like I did publicly. It could just be something to yourself, right? Like badass Donna, like you could say, or, I'm in love Donna. You could embody what it is that you want. But what truth wants to be spoken through me? This is another question to ask yourself. And then lastly, what would happen if I stopped pretending and fully embodied this woman, this person who just can't wait to come out? Because you have a call, which is part five. If you feel activated by this, if there's a pulse in your chest, if there's a heat in your belly, if there's a nudge in your soul, then this is your calling too. Because here at the Donna Ray Method for Finding Love Again and the Find Love Again podcast, I'm not building something small. I'm building a legacy. I'm building something big, a movement, a company, a soul-led empire. And this is where you get to come in because I am calling in the women to co-create with me, not just as clients, not just as women who are going through the Find Love Again membership, but as co-creators, as a team, as a heart, as mission-driven sisters. And if that's you, if you've been waiting for the right woman, the right mission, the right divine yes, then send me a message, reach out, or simply keep listening. Because this, my friend, is just the beginning. So until next time, walk with grace, speak with fire, and never forget the version of you that the world needs is already inside of you, waiting to rise. You don't have to go find it. You just have to activate it. With all my heart, Donna Ray.